And we're live. Good evening from the Haunted Antiques Paranormal Research Centre channel. And I hope you're all okay. I'm just waiting for one or two of you to join because there's a bit of a catch-up going on. And tonight I'm going to be speaking to Lo Haddow. So how are you doing?
Doing very well, dear. How are you yourself?
I'm fine, thanks. So you're a paranormal investigator from Scotland?
Oh, yes.
As a few people might gather by the accent anyway.
Maybe need subtitles.
It's just been a crazy time recently, hasn't it?
Oh, God. Oh, yes.
And I think with the new world coming on as well, where we're sort of going back to what we thought was normal, but it's quite a scary prospect, isn't it?
Tell me about it. I mean, Scotland's been going in between 3 and 4, level 3 and 4, so it's been quite difficult because you don't know one day if you're going to be level 3 or level 4. And I have found that, like going through the likes of Glasgow right now, I'm used to it being a year ago where it was a total ghost town. I mean, 8 o'clock at night, there's nobody in sight, and see, going back and seeing everybody and there, it's quite overwhelming, and even as an empathic, it is quite overwhelming as well. Even going to my wee boy's school, being used to it being so quiet because there's obviously no one there during lockdown and things like that, to going back to being like dead busy and everybody crowding, it's like it's to start feeling again, isn't it, really?
Yeah, it is. Because I've been talking to my friend, and basically she's a salesperson, and she's kind of forgot what she used to take for granted.
I think, when obviously we first experienced this, there's probably a lot of things we took in life that was granted, like just going out for a simple walk down to the shop or a simple walk into town, things like that. And that's all we've took for granted. But when somebody takes that power away and says, no, you can't do this, and you need a reason to be this place, it has had a major impact on myself personally, where I have probably taken things for granted, but it's made me realise now that, there's meant to life and things like that.
Yeah, it has sort of woke us up, hasn't it? About the important things of life and things like that.
Oh God, aye, more than anything.
And
Just to bring your loved ones closer. Always tell somebody, never go to bed in an argument with your partner. That's a you thing
yeah, that's right. People, you don't think about it until like something like this happens, and it just brings things back, doesn't it, to the important things in life rather than, I think basically we're just so busy doing everything, weren't we?
Oh God.
And now, we've had a enforced like step back, and then we can like think about things more, can't we?
I cracked a joke with my friend, all these wives that used to moan that their husbands used to be out at the pub too much, and then the pub got taken off them, have probably been the ones that said, hurry up, pubs, please open, so we can chuck them back out, it's the small things that you really do take for granted that, mean a lot.
That's right. Like in England, we will soon be allowed to meet indoors, so we really can't wait for that.
What day is it for you guys to meet indoors?
17th of May, we can meet indoors. So I have my first indoor event, Rule of Six, on the Friday.
Oh, brilliant!
Yeah. Brilliant. So 6 of us like go to a fantastic location, one of my favourite locations. So what can I say? Yeah. Quick shout out. Then we've got a few watching. So hi Annette Locke, hi Yvonne Dickinson, hi Phil Newton, a great paranormal friend. Hi Bev Hutchings, Sarah Edwards, thanks for watching.
Hi everyone.
Russ Nevin, thanks for watching. Pete Foxtrot Oscar, thank you. Diane Drake, Tracy Evans, thanks for watching everyone. I hope everyone is well. So where did this paranormal thing start for you? What was your early experience?
My early experience, as I said, I've spoke about it on the group, is when I was 4. Obviously seen I can only be described as a farmer at the bottom of my bed covered in blood pointing a shotgun at me. I can always remember that, and the light going on and just that person not being there, you know, and it's like, whoa, you're like, oh. And I suppose it stuck in my head for years, like, was I seeing things, blah, 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 what was it, you know, every child's curiosity. At that time, I didn't really know who could I talk to. Could I talk to, like, friends, could I talk to family, or whatever, but it's that case of, who do you talk to about these things? And I suppose it wasn't until later on, when obviously I was obviously growing up, getting older, and Facebook, the world of Facebook, and you know, being curious and getting into groups or looking at groups and thinking, could I? And you know, that's really where it's been. And it's other experiences, and it's not just been for when I was 4. It was like other experiences when I used to stay in a homeless unit. Well, it wasn't a homeless unit; it was a homeless home, and I used to have these big sets of like cupboard doors in my bedroom, and I would go to work. No, I know that they were closed, and by the time I come home, they would be wide open again.
Wow.
And I thought, maybe is it the fact that there's a draft coming in, you know? Because I always like to reason with the paranormal. Could it be this? Could it be that? Could it be the next thing? Before I think paranormal. And I'm like, no, my windows are tightly closed. So I thought I'll try them, because you know how sometimes doors can just spring open themselves. So I tried it. No, doors didn't move. I'm like, no, just no. So I closed them, came home every night again, wide open. And the experience I had was when I jumped in a shower. I'm sure everybody's like that, too much information shower. I was in a shower and I seen somebody run by the door, and I thought it was one of my friends at it. I was like, jumps out. I'm like, right, what one is are in? Nobody there. I'm like, right. I'm like, no sure of this. And I wouldn't be, I would be lying if I didn't say that I wasn't that tiny bit scared, because I'm like, right, okay, what's going on? So when I went in the room and I got dried in that, my light bulb blew, and I was like, you can imagine, I was like, great. I was like, nothing I can do about it till tomorrow.
So when it blew, did it just go out or did it explode?
It just went out.
Okay, fine.
And then the next thing you know, getting dried. Now, I was a good distance away for the switch. Next thing, it just came on, and the light began to swing like that.
My
And
gosh.
that properly freaked me out, because I was like, oh my god, that light bulb actually went. Why is this on? And I think that grew even more my curiosity is, wow, what's going on here? But any sidekick that I've ever been to, I've always picked up my gran with me,
Wow.
my mum's mum. Always picked her up. Doesn't matter who's spoke to me. It's always the first thing that they say. A older woman, you know. And I'm sure in Barry John's class, somebody picked up my gran as well.
Yeah.
Honestly, and it just stemmed for there. And then, as I said, it just started with Facebook groups, you know, getting to know somebody, and then try to get like a team locally. And then I came across Ghost Hunter Scotland, and I was with them for a year, just over a year.
Was that private events or public events?
They were actually more private. It was just they were more private, so they were. They would deal with like it's just going to like places,
Right,
or you would have like private infos, obviously people's houses and things if they needed to.
We seem to be getting a sort of demonic feedback going.
Uh,
I keep hearing something really strange, but I don't know what's going on there. No, it's not doing it now. That's strange. Oh well. We'll carry on. So hi to Dan Drake. AJ Walker, hi, thanks.
Hey
I met
guys.
up with AJ Walker yesterday, so that was amazing. Caroline May Sambrooks, Kevin Vincent Hadlow rather, Michael Craven. Hi everyone, Johnny Smith from Seekers of Souls Paranormal UK Live. Thanks for joining us. And Annette, look, everyone. Annette used to find the bulbs on the floor in the morning.
That's mental. That is actually mental. It's weird. As I said, I phoned up my friend and I was beginning to think I was actually getting off my mind. This had happened because I couldn't explain it. I definitely, it's just like one of the ones. I liked, as a paranormal investigator, researcher, I like to personally reason everything first. Could it be this? Could it be the fact that, my light bulb just went out because it's done? Is it the fact that maybe there's a trip switch? That's the type of reasoning I like to do before I actually go down the paranormal route. And
that's what I do. You have to, don't you?
That was something that I was taught by Alex Dorrans, the owner of Ghost Hunters Scotland. He always taught me to reason first. Could it be the fact that it's this or that or the next thing? And that's the one thing that I took away from Ghost Hunters Scotland, was to reason.
Oh wow, that's brilliant. So that's stood you in good stead then since then, hasn't it?
Oh, it does, yeah. It certainly has, yeah.
So with these weird things happening then around you, did you just carry on with it, or okay, you spoke to your friends? Did you go and see a medium? Did you ask about it?
See, that time I didn't really think about it. I kept thinking, was it just me? Maybe it was in my own mind.
Bless you.
And that time I wasn't on Facebook at the time, so I didn't really know who to turn to and things like that. And my friend would say, "Oh, you're creepy. I'm no staying at your house," and I'm like, don't make me any worse than what I'm about staying myself. But at that time, looking back and reflecting on it, and obviously having an insight as a paranormal investigator researcher, it's that way now. I thought I should have got somebody to look at my house.
Yeah, bless you.
Definitely.
Yeah, but things aren't always spoken about either. They are getting more and more out in the open because of social media.
Do you know what? It's the same as I'm the first to admit that I was a broom closet witch. I was I guess me growing up, my mum and dad weren't, you couldn't go and talk to them about things like that.
No.
And even at school, you would be always afraid in case somebody was laughing at you. That's why when I look at teenagers today and I look at like the whole society today, it is well more spoken about, and it did shock me the amount of paranormal groups there is in a whole, and that some of the issues you're looking at and you're like, wow, it's really widely spoke about. And then you've also got a lot of the teams as well that help that on.
Yeah. Yeah. I've got Annette then. Annette spent hours papering a bathroom, and a few hours later the bulb was on the floor. So sometimes the spirits don't like change, do they? So maybe, who knows?
You even find that out in investigations. Some of the investigations can be the fact that obviously that they don't like change. They want everything to remain the same, and you find that's maybe why the spirits are there, because they don't like the change.
Yeah, that's right. They do say, because they've got their own ways and everything. So hi Carol, thanks for watching. It's brilliant from the US. Thanks for that, Carol. Much appreciated. Phil Newton. He used to be a witch hunter in his past life, and now he loves witches.
Do you know what, Phil? I'm not coming out with you now. If you're a witch hunter, I'm not coming out.
Won't be safe. Just make sure you've got your broomstick to swipe him with.
Sorry, you have a pitchfork, I'll have my broomstick. It's all good. It's all good.
You'll be safe. You'll be fine.
But yeah.
So now, what do you do ideally? When's your next investigation? Have you got anything sort of planned moving on, or just been a strange time?
Going forward, obviously COVID. I'm at the stage right now. Scotland's going in between 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Just 23. I kind of want to wait till things are more aiming towards the one.
Yeah.
I think as well, medically wise, I'm having problems just now and I'm getting further testing. So I really want to, first of all, see COVID out, obviously get the testing done and that, get all that sorted. But, it's given me a lot of time to look at places because I just don't, I mean, everybody will agree, Facebook is overrun by lives. Lives,
Yeah.
lives, 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 lives. People going out here, there, everywhere. And it's that way where, I don't want to be another group that's overrunning groups with lives in that
Yeah.
sense. So I'm trying to think out the box, think of something different.
Yeah, that's right. We have had time to sort of think of different things, haven't we?
Oh God, sometimes I've had too much time in my hands.
Well, yeah, that's right. It has been mad, hasn't it? So
Yeah.
a quick shout out to Carl Hodgson, Karen Blythe. Thanks for watching us.
Hey guys.
We've got AJ Walker. Unspoken hauntings can make a person ill because you spend more time thinking you're imagining things. Nowadays, there are many people to talk to.
I couldn't agree more with you. It is definitely, and it does come down to some people are still that kind of, afraid to say have they experienced it, just in case people have that opinion. Oh my God, you're off your head and things like that.
Yeah, it is kind of awkward about who you speak to about your hobby, isn't it? At
Do
times.
you know where I used to? I used to be kind of laid, not laid back, but more like backwards about it. I really don't care now. See anywhere I go, and they'll say to me, "What's your hobbies?" And I say, "Oh, well, would you believe it?" I says, "I'm a paranormal investigator," and I just come out with it, just as bold as anything.
Yeah,
I'm a paranormal investigator researcher, and they'll look at me and they're like, "What? Do you know? 9 times out of 10, I don't get a bad response. I'll get the, oh, have you seen this? And have you seen that? And what do you do when this happens? And oh wow, where have you been?" Whereas, there's only that small percent I think have ever turned around and said to me, "Oh, I'm skeptical," and what I say to them is, "That's fine.
yeah,
That's totally fine. I welcome skeptics. It's each to their own."
yeah, that's right.
My dad, he just calls me the Ghostbuster.
Bless you. Yeah, I've just I've just kind of found that when you actually speak to people about the hobby, they go, "Oh yeah, I've seen a ghost," and all of a sudden, like everyone seems to have their own story and their own experience.
Oh, do you know, I love hearing the stories and I love hearing the experiences. I welcome anybody to share their experiences. I love reading about experiences and what they've dealt with and things like that. That's really a day.
Wow. So we've got an house has calmed down, but it was really freaky at one time. So was there anything specific how it calmed down? Did it just ease off? Because I know that can happen, can't it? So Yvonne Dickinson, it's also hard to leave a haunted house because they get so low, because they get you so low from taking energy, you can't move away.
That
Yeah.
can be an issue.
And Phil, there is life after death. This is just the beginning, in my opinion. Can we prove it? No, but we can keep on searching.
Do you know? See that status that I put up the other night, involving us talking about obviously parallel universe, like
Oh,
obviously, like, it's how to describe it. See, when we're talking on the phone, it's totally different because I can see it. See, when I'm on cam and it's live,
I
then
can
that's
say it.
a
It's
different story.
fine.
But it's what I was trying to say was, ghosts and spirits, they see as us as ghosts and spirits, and we see them. So it's like that parallel world.
Yeah,
That
it's like we're getting on with our day to day, and they're getting on at the same time with their day to day. We're like intruding on our lives.
It's crazy, but I love it. I love talking about it. It really does fascinate me because I would love, as I said the other night, Phil had made the comment obviously about him loving to talk about things like this. I would love to get to the end and think to myself, what am I coming back as? But being able to see the other side, if that makes sense.
Yeah. It is so intriguing because I've even been on an investigation. So there's a woman here. I hear her say hello, but she isn't bothered. She was, but still throws the odd thing in now and then. Oh, bless her.
That's just a wee reminder that she's there.
Yeah, that's right. It's just like don't ignore her, really. So yeah, that's great. Well, but yeah, I did go on an investigation. It did come out in the investigation that the spirit actually admitted that they saw us as a shadow.
Really?
Yeah, so that's kind of, but we'll never know the answers, and I actually love it this way. It's so exciting.
It's kind of the whole. I'm quite geeky, right, in some of the things that I watch. So I quite think it like the flat Earth globe debate. One side saying it's round, the other saying it's flat. Do you know, I've always laughed, and my man laughs at me when I say this, but I would laugh if they got to the end and discovered it was something like a square or a triangle. They've been having this big debate about the Earth. But yeah, that's just how my mind works. So I'm quite geeky as it comes.
That's cool. So Kathy, energy in my house has picked up in the last week. Yesterday, a hammer jumped off a shelf and landed halfway up the stairs on the hallway, rolling the kitchen at the time, nowhere near it.
Thank God for that.
Okay.
Wow. But I also think, see the energy as well, as I say, out in investigations, I particularly believe, see that if the energy's high, you could get a result for it. See the amount of laughing and joking you used to do before the investigation, and then we would go in.
Yeah.
They probably looked at me and was like, "Oh God, that woman's coming again. Oh, hide."
Oh, you've got to have energy when you go on an investigation, though.
Oh God, yes.
It really helps things sort of come on, doesn't it? Really, as long as it's positive energy, you don't work in love and light and everything. So I could tell you're an empath and is emotional about talking about what's happened to her.
It's. I never actually knew I was an empath. It was somebody that told me how much of an empath I actually was. I'm like a sponge. I just soak up everybody's emotion. Sometimes it can be overbearing. I mean, when I've been at investigations, they're the worst because it's hard to describe. In one investigation in particular, I don't know how it happened, but it was just like it was going up the stairs to this hotel and going up the stairs, and there was one side of the room where I felt fine. Down the stairs, felt fine, felt myself. By the time I got to this floor, I just felt dead anxious, and I just looked at the team leader and I was like, something's happened up here. I was like, honestly, I just feel dead anxious. I actually want to run away. I was like, it's either they two rooms. Something's happened. It's either that room. I don't know what one, but it's happened. And I didn't realise actually how much an empath. That's why I'm so glad for Barry John's classes, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's the helpful trying to understand more than anything.
Yeah. Now, you mentioned Barry John's classes, obviously, like I do them as well. So you found that you sort of come on, and have you had some questions answered as well?
I have, yeah. I mean, the classes we do, I hope you don't, Barry John doesn't mind me mention. But yeah, I have really found it good.
That's brilliant. Yeah. It's different because when you when things are happening around you, you sometimes don't understand. So it's great to do development to sort of find out more and potentially get control as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's validated some points for me where I've been out in investigations, and when I mean the same. Barry's still the short guy.
Yeah, he is.
I'll tell him you said that.
Oh, he knows it. It's all right.
But yeah, it validates for me, being out in investigations. Like one particular that I was out in, there was a medium, and she had the EVP machine, and I was standing with the team leader, and we're just talking, well, not really talking, but just looking at each other, and suddenly this sense just came to me, like, I need that EVP. Don't know why. It wasn't like even in my head beforehand, but I just needed this EVP, and I took the EVP off the medium, and I started like asking all these questions. I don't know where they came from, and it's though the room had transformed. And I know it sounds weird to some people, but it actually did. And some of the questions that I was coming away with, I didn't know where they were coming from. It was like you're saying questions without even thinking.
Yes.
And the EVP was picking them up, and I was getting a good response, and I could feel like the person coming closer to me, and you know that way where I just wanted to finish off, but then it was
That's
packing up time, and then I was gutted, because it always makes me wonder the what ifs, the maybes, the buts, things like that.
Oh, that's brilliant. So if I'm Dickinson, she recognises other empaths. It's like I've been with them in a past life and just know they're good people.
Oh, Vaughn, thank you very much.
There you go. That's lovely. Phil Newton, him and Baz have loads of banter.
It's okay, Phil.
And that Lark also picks things up, and that's actually an empath as well. So I've got a couple of questions, and if anyone's got any more questions to ask, please ask them during the chat. That'd be great. So we have this question then. So, are we the recordings of the past? Do we actually exist? That's just a mad one, isn't it? We don't know.
You don't know, but we could be. It's the same as what I was trying to say. What if there is no heaven and it's just a parallel world?
Yeah.
We just don't know. It could be the fact that I'm trying to think how to word this. It could be the fact that obviously it could be like one of the TV programs. It could be the fact that you're
Groundhog
going
Day.
that you're going into another world, and there's nothing really. There could, and you're going to the very end of this parallel world, and you're discovering that there is no heaven and there's no hell.
Yeah. We just don't know anything, do we?
Just don't know.
Peeps. Thanks for watching. So I've got another question, ultimate question: where does the universe start and is there an end?
Is there an end? Is there a start?
We don't know, do we?
Phil's firing these questions at me, waiting now to wipe my brow with sweat.
I'm not sure where he's getting them from. Quite intense ones, aren't they?
He's doing this because I'm on.
Yeah, probably. Thanks for sharing as well, Phil. I see you shared. So it's like crazy as it sounds, but I've had strange dreams about space travel. But
really, no, because as I said, I'm very, very geeky. So, when I'm in Area 51 in this, Skinwalker Ranch, so there's nothing quite weird about space travel.
yeah, well, we don't know. We don't know the difference between the paranormal. We don't know about aliens, things like that. Hi, Ames. I tried to say hello in your way, but it wasn't a very good one. But yeah. Yeah, it's just a crazy world, isn't it?
It is, and I love having conversations. I could talk to you about anything, the paranormal conspiracy theories with, I'll have a full-blown conversation with MD about anything. That's how my mind works. There's no
Brilliant. Yeah. But it is great though, because it's just so many questions. And you all get your own theories. And if somebody else gets a similar theory to you from a different source, it's like, that's cool. It's such a great feeling. And also to meet people with the same hobby. Like, obviously I've met you through this, I've met a lot of people through this. Like, what do you think of the Skinwalker Ranch then?
It was that way. It was actually my partner that introduced me to it, because I got fascinated by what he watching. Because I'm a terrible girlfriend. I keep saying that I'm not watching his nonsense, but I'm actually glued in. So I really got fascinated with the Skinwalker Ranch and the whole scenario. I do think there's supernatural there, but it's the point of proving it.
Well, that's right. And
I
it's
would love
like
to see
stories, isn't it?
I would love totally to spend a night in the ranch. That would just be amazing. Do you know, I'm the type of person that would love to camp outside Area 51 just because.
Yeah. Oh God, I'd just so love to be. Hi, Kay John. Thanks for watching. Yeah, we know Kay as well, don't we?
Oh
Which
God.
is brilliant. Kay John just joined us.
Hey everyone. Hey Kay John.
So what was your scariest encounter at a location?
Scariest. I think the first ever time I had used an EVP, and it
Right, okay.
came back with a full blown answer.
Wow.
That for me. But definitely a location in Peebles I was very, very taken aback with. And it was the fact of, going down that corridor and feeling that almost, but also feeling like you had somebody watching you at all times.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean, even being at a castle in Peebles as well, that's obviously was because of where it was in Peebles. There's two places in Peebles. There's actually quite a lot of places in Peebles connected with witchcraft.
Okay.
So, it's quite one of the ones. But yeah, I'm definitely, even talking about it, I'm itching to get back out. It's like,
Oh gosh, yeah.
to
I
get
bet
back.
you are.
Definitely.
Yeah. It's just been too long, hasn't it, really? So, Yvonne Dickinson, I think Native Americans knew a lot of spiritual stuff about skinwalkers and world marched in around them and destroyed the evidence.
Do you know, Yvonne, Native Americans, there's some of their grounds I would really, really love to explore. Really love to explore. Because
Yeah.
there's a lot of them I heard that have been with black magic and, parallel things as well. So I would really love just to explore that.
Yeah. Yeah, there's so many like places like you sort of love to go to, just out in the wilderness where,
Do you know, I'm
don't know
definitely
what
going
you find.
to take false theory, take a year out of work and go exploring.
Oh,
Definitely.
bless you. So that's yeah. I can't even pronounce it. Navajo.
Navajo.
Navajo,
I'm
yeah.
probably not even saying it right as a Scottish person.
Probably you're better than me at it. So I'd love to explore the native stuff. Yeah, I've actually been out to see one of the tribes. I was actually in Venezuela. We had to fly into the middle of nowhere, and we went on a dugout canoe down this river, and then nipped to see a tribe and the Pemon Indians. And wow, and it must be amazing if you could actually investigate a place, an area like that. But
They've always fascinated me, the Native Americans. I'm actually, as I said, the Native Americans, the Egyptians, everything like that. I've been pretty great. Spirit guide, Father Joseph.
yeah, they also do say that people have got the native Indian guides as well, don't they? I like Phil as well. He's got 2 native Indian spirit guides. I still don't know who mine are, but I think they're just like going like this all the time. But hey, ho, they'll get they're used to it.
Mine probably look at me every morning and go, "Oh my God, what chaos is she going to cause today?"
What's going on? Yeah.
You know. So yeah, I'll,
So, what do you think about the Loch Ness Monster then? Since you're from Scotland, sure you've heard about it.
I it's a hard one. Personally, I'm not a believer in it.
Yeah,
But each to their own.
yeah, it's a
Each
nice
to their own.
story, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah,
You know, and if Nessie's out there, she's probably well hidden. But as I said, I don't see MD that believes in it, fair play. But
yeah,
personally, I just don't.
yeah. That's right. It's just very questionable, isn't it?
I'll probably be getting booed off a lot of Scotch right now.
No, no, it's cool. Yeah, yeah. So, like somebody said, it might be a giant eel, which judging by one of those photos, which the main photo, potentially could be an eel, couldn't it? So, feel it's generally deep enough to house such a creature. Oh,
Uh,
here we go. Nessie was an elephant in Loch Ness having a bath. I love it. That is fantastic.
you know do you know that's the first theory I've ever actually heard? So
I
that
like
one
it.
that one will stick with me. Nessie and elephant and Loch Ness having a bath for the circus. The one you've just made my night.
I
I
think
think
if you give stars out for
that,
theories about a Loch Ness monster, Yvonne definitely wins that one.
yeah, definitely.
That's brilliant. Yeah.
That is class.
So, what location would be your best location to go to in Scotland if you could go to any of the Scottish locations?
In the Scottish locations, the one in Inverness, Bolskin House.
Right. Okay.
I'd love to go there. I think just obviously Jimmy, Jimmy Page, obviously, and Alistair Cowley. I would love to check that one out. I just caught false comment there, and I was trying not
Yeah,
to
Loch
laugh.
Ness.
But yeah, definitely that one, and I've always quite fancied going to Greyfriars in Edinburgh.
Yeah, I'd like to go
That
there.
one as well. There's a lot of beautiful places in Scotland. There is, and you will find that there is a lot of places that you can explore. So it's well worth a shout, definitely.
Yeah, is it easy to get? Are there like a lot of abandoned castles out there? Just like ruins and things what you can just access.
You can, but there's other places that obviously the big thing ask for permission. There is
Oh
places
yeah,
that
you always ask for
that,
permission.
that,
Yeah.
that's like there is places that like obviously like when I was a child I was tainted Dunua and there's a castle in Tappy Dunua, and as a young rascal try to climb the top of it.
Oh no.
Where my granny stayed in Straven, there was a castle, Straven Castle, and as a kid I can always remember my granny taking me, and I'm telling her this is my castle and I live here, and I'm looking for the treasure, because my uncle, heaven forbid, my uncle Graham, he used to kid on to me and say there was treasure, and I used to run about for hours. So there is castles that you can walk and see, but there's other
Yeah,
castles that are obviously owned by people.
yeah. It's kind of obvious, like if you could just get a few rocks, and a bit of a wall, then
Uh,
but obviously,
Straven castles like that, it's just like just the wall basically, and
yeah,
then
just a few
other bits.
bricks.
I'll need to actually put pictures up and show you guys.
Yeah,
But yeah, I love places like that. But what I used to say to my team was, I would love to see something different than castles.
Yeah, but we like castles here because we have got some, but yours
Uh-huh.
are everywhere.
I know, it's like Scotland's. You see all these castles dotted around the map.
Yeah,
There's just that part of me that wants to, give me a haunted woods, or give me a haunted asylum, or give me a haunted something. I'm a great big envy of America, because there's so much you can do in America with
yeah,
exploring, the asylums.
yeah. Oh my gosh, I've just seen Waverly Hills. Like a few people
Oh,
from
that is
US,
that's like on my
they've
dream.
just done a para unity thing where they've got together and gone to Waverly Hills. I never realised it was that large. It's absolutely huge.
Oh my god, that is
So,
like on my ultimate dream list. Honestly, spend a night in that. Apart from chasing tornadoes, was another reason why I wanted to go to
oh,
America. You
yeah,
know, the mental asylums, yeah, definitely. Just one
yeah.
night.
I just couldn't get the size. Like you see pictures of it, but when people are like standing underneath it, oh wow, it was awesome. It really was. So Kathy likes grey friars. Just don't take a teenager with things for Harry Potter.
Oh, did you see Scott's live the other day? He was up somewhere with the Harry Potter train.
Oh, okay. I don't
He-
know. I didn't see it actually, no, but yeah, I
Um,
knew it was going that way.
yeah, but as I said, Scotland has a lot of beautiful places.
Oh, it
It's one
has.
to check out.
Yeah. I'm going for 2 weeks later on, so yeah, I'm going on a tour with the tent. Isle of Skye is where I'm heading basically. I've been there twice already, so I just want to get out there and investigate it. Oh, it just
I've
feels such a magical place.
I've been to Oban. I've been to Oban.
Oh,
Oban's
I've been
beautiful.
to Oban, yeah.
I've been to Tinnabrook, a wee place called Tinnabrook.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
my grand's cousin stayed there, and do you know it was so amazing, Jacqueline, the amount of people that well, for me maybe it was strange because every passerby, good morning, good afternoon, how are
Oh,
you, things like that. Whereas you wouldn't get that somewhere in Glasgow or something like that. But
yeah.
this was a small place. Do you know it was so beautiful? Because like my grand's cousin, literally lived on, like, her house would face onto the beach and the water.
Oh,
Beautiful.
beautiful.
Definitely. Tinnabrook on your list, definitely. Be
There's,
small
there's,
place.
so, there's so many gorgeous places about,
Oh,
definitely.
I think Edinburgh's beautiful as well.
I haven't seen that yet.
I think when I'm there, I'm like, wow, it's mind blowing.
Oh, get your DNA done, have mine done. I'm related to lots of Scottish royals who lived in castles that had the same feelings as you as a kid. Wow.
Well, do you know, funny enough, everybody's been talking about that, what's it called? Casino.
How to put you off.
Well, he did that on purpose. He knows that's eye contact. What is that thing? Oh, sorry guys, I've lost my train of thought. I blame Phil. His question. I don't even know if that was a question or a statement. I'm that gobsmacked.
Yeah, so that's my fault. Sorry about that. About Scottish royalty and things like that. Oh, we've got
Yeah,
we've got a storm hit now, so if it gets noisy.
uh, the- I just don't even know what to say. He's got me flustered. Um, and so, ancestry.com, that's what it was.
Yeah,
Everybody's talking about that. I've never actually done it. Would be interesting to see. Knowing me, I'll
yeah.
probably not be Scottish at all.
I think it can be quite addictive once you get looking. You just want to find out more and more. It's so noisy. Um, so Glenfinnan has the train from
That's what
Fort
it is.
William to Malay.
I couldn't remember where he was at Glenfinnan. But definitely, I would be interested in doing that whole ancestry thing. But knowing my luck, I wouldn't be Scottish.
So Janice, what part of Scotland, without going too far, is good for investigating?
Peebles. Peebles.
People's, right, and that's near Glasgow.
Perth, Glasgow. You've got the Glasgow Nicopolis. Personally, I haven't actually been there. Edinburgh Vaults.
Yeah.
You've got a lot of places without going too far. Do you know? I've never been to the vaults. Never.
Oh wow.
I haven't. But when I was with Ghost Hunter Scotland, we actually went and did an investigation, sorry, in a nightclub just up for the vaults. No, up for the vaults for the old wiki tours in Nudger Street. But it is one of the places, obviously, that I would like to do. But I think what stopped me over the years, which experiencing COVID doesn't stop me anymore, was anxiety.
Yeah.
Because I've got to plan the journey out in my head. So I'm feared of getting lost.
Yeah.
But see now where COVID and what I've seen, that life's far too short. Life is far too short. It's about going out there now and doing the things and saying, you know what, anxiety, beat it, go away.
Yeah. Because you've been involved in the front line more than a lot of people, haven't you? So you've seen it more firsthand. And
Oh God, Jackie.
My gosh.
And it's been that way where I've actually sat back and I've said to myself, what have I done in life? What do I need to do? You know, I'm not getting any younger. I'm 32. I mean, I want to be out there experiencing life and things like that, going and exploring these places.
Yeah.
So that I can sit in my, in the nursing home one day and say, I've done all that.
Yeah, that's right. You just got to grasp things. So that's the Edinburgh Vault. So Kathy's actually going there overnight in June. So that'd be absolutely fantastic. I was due to go last Easter, actually, got it all planned. I was meeting some people from Scotland there, a guy from Canada as well, but it never materialised because of COVID. So I was absolutely gutted. But hey. So there you go. Get some labradorite crystal for the anxiety. Worked for me. I was crippled with anxiety because picking up all the energies.
Do you know, there's a U place. In fact, that's where I've got one of the. I don't know if you guys can see that. That's what I got from one of the stores in here. It's a Dalmatian Jasper, and it's said to disperse nightmares for anybody that's having nightmares. And this place was like spiritual heaven, like all the crystals. But I'd definitely look out for that one because it is.
That's brilliant. How do you feel when you go into a crystal shop?
I feel dead relaxed.
Yeah.
Like this place that I was down, my anxiety was high because obviously when I got to here and how busy it was, actually, bearing in mind people have been in house for months and confined. But see, as soon as I went into this spiritual place, it was like, wow, just forget everything. I became dead calm, and I went round circles. I don't know how many times looking at stuff because it was this like, it was like a Wayne. It was like going back to a child being in a toy store and no knowing where to start
Oh,
from.
brilliant.
Whether you're going this aisle, that aisle. Not that they had aisles because it's a pretty small shop, but it's known where to begin. And I think the guy must have been like going like that, with looking at how many times that went round. I probably made him dizzy myself. But it was really, really good, definitely. Listen, I've got shelves to fill here, crap, and just fill them full of stuff and all the crystals and things like that. But it was really, really good. In fact, I seen those what was it we were discussing? Singing? Is it singing bowls?
Singing bowls, yeah.
Yeah, I seen the singing bowls and they were cracking.
Yeah.
So
They do work, unless you joined onto your neighbours. Because the first time you press it, like it makes the set. First time it sounds, it's like a different sound, but then like it just becomes clearer. So it does work. Just have to make sure that the neighbours aren't in because they'll probably hear it through the wall.
I'm actually blessed because I've got old couple that way. My neighbour up the stairs is fine, so
Oh, that's cool.
I can totally beat it as much as I want. So it'd be fine.
Yeah, mine are just kind of wonder what the hell's going on, but they're used to weird stuff anyway. So yeah, they know I'm into this mad stuff. Oh wow, that'd be cool going to Glastonbury. I could guess where you're
Oh,
staying as well, but yeah, that's absolutely awesome place. I haven't been though. Is there anywhere in England that you'd like to go?
England. I have been to England. I spent a lot of time in Plymouth.
Okay.
With my mum's mum. I've been to Yorkshire. Anywhere I would like to go. Really, I would really like to go down to Plymouth again, but also would
Okay.
like obviously catch up with yourself and that. So
Yeah.
really like
Cheers.
I would love to go to the Pedo, P, Pendo walk.
Pendle, right?
I
Yeah.
probably did that wrong. I do apologise.
Yeah.
But I would love to go there. But I've always liked always liked going to England. Always.
Yeah.
But yeah, going down to Plymouth, it was beautiful. I really felt good down there because you were next to the Hoe,
Yeah.
so it was really good. You see,
Uh,
so it was good.
sounds cool. Anywhere, if there's one location in the whole world you'd like to go to, then
Apart
overseas, anywhere.
apart from the Waverley Sanatorium,
Yeah.
there's that many. I mean, how do you pick for the A to the
That's
Z?
right. Yeah.
It's just so many places that are so. I'm quite drawn to like the likes of Africa and
Yeah.
to like places like that. Um, so it's just so many places, Jacqueline. You couldn't really pinpoint that like one
Yeah.
and but definitely. Oh
Oh,
yes,
cheers.
okay, okay, John. If I came down, it would be the spirits of the pub I'd be exploring.
Yeah.
But yeah, as I said, there's no any particular one in the world that I could actually.
I feel.
Bye,
AJ. Bye, AJ.
bye, AJ.
Thanks
There's
for watching.
thank you. There's no like one in the world that I could pinpoint. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, I wouldn't be too keen to go to Australia, but that would
All
only
right.
be because I've got a big phobia of snakes and I just couldn't handle.
Yeah. I'm not keen on him.
God, I've never watched I'm a Celebrity because that's the only reason. I'm just murder brutal with snakes.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
But half the people I went to school with, that's where they went instead.
All right. Okay.
I love the Australian accent. I really do love the Australian accent.
Yeah. Yeah. You know you've got a lot of the ancient history out there, haven't you?
Aye, definitely.
Reverse rock and all that sort of area. Which wow, that must be so spiritual out there.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of places, that you just get that sense where I'm quite fascinated with past lives. So there's a lot of places you go and you feel, I've been here before, sort of thing.
Yeah. So is there anywhere specific that you felt you'd been before?
It's any places in particular. I'm quite drawn to, as I said, Egyptian. So I
All
feel
right. Okay.
I've lived in Egypt at some point because honestly, I'm just after about anything Egyptian.
Wow.
The
That's
Book of
cool.
the Dead. I'm fascinated with the Book of the Dead.
That's brilliant. Yeah.
So,
So do you think you'll get there one day? You
oh
probably won't
God,
be able to get to investigate, but
oh, I wouldn't mind going and investigating, but at the same time, I wouldn't mind going just as a holiday.
yeah.
I'm desperate for a holiday, so I'm just
Oh
like,
gosh, yeah.
it's anywhere's game.
Anywhere outside the four walls, actually,
Like,
isn't it, at the moment?
about it. It'll not be Costa del Kitchen, it'll be Costa del Wales. Wales is
Yeah.
okay.
I do love Wales. I spent a lot of time there and been to a lot of it. Oh, right, yeah. You would love Patricia, yeah. We'll have to sort out a meet-up. We'll have to get Lewis to come down here and then, yeah, we'll all meet up and...
I would
yeah.
love to come with you guys. I think it would be a scream, but you would need to keep me and Phil in separate rooms because the banter would just be so high with us two.
Hi, Robin. Thanks for joining us. We just had a chat about Lois's experiences. It's nearly time up. It's just been amazing. Thanks for listening, everyone. Has anyone got any last-minute questions? Anything you want to ask? We've got about 5 minutes left. And the dogs just woke up, so I apologise about the background noise.
Phil's going to be like this on the typing.
Probably. Definitely. Oh, thanks for sharing, Robin. Thanks for that. I hope you're doing okay. My dog has gone noisy.
Jacqueline, it's been a really, really good night.
Oh wow.
No, share a bit.
What can you say to that?
That's the best offer I've had this year.
So I think on that note, we just want to thank you all for watching. So any ongoing plans then?
It's really just see COVID out on and see obviously what comes of the results and things like that, and then it's just about, you know what, just then getting the exploring gear on and going and explore.
Yeah, and no falling through windows and injuring your leg.
Yeah, and don't take somebody that tries to grab the wood pallet either.
No.
But that's a different story for a different show.
Yeah, that's it. So next week I've got the history show with Tina and Barry Frankish. The following week I'm hoping to speak to Richard Case.
My God.
So yeah, if you keep tuning in on a Monday between 7 and 8, we've also got various shows as well within the HAPRC live feed or Haunted Antiques Paranormal Research Centre page. Stay safe, everyone. Look after yourselves, and hopefully we'll soon get freedom. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sharing. Bye.
Bye. Bye.